got the first 5 sites built, and it's enough to get started. But before we do that, let's go into AI Mash, and we'll be using the import articles. But we also want to get some media packs. So this is where we have our VA, or you'll be using this to build a media pack. So I've got keyword groups and media pack. You need to build a keyword group. Very easy to do. I've got one already for microbrewing. I'll just hit edit so you can see what it does. Here's all the keywords surrounding it. Now, this does not have to be exact. And we've got 91 keywords, so let's add some more in there. I'm going to just use our SEO keywords prompt, AI search. You can use Bing Auto Suggest, and I'll show you both ways. Bing, and I'll just say at home. Here's the first level, and here's the second level off of it, okay? And then you just hit the update button. It puts those words in there. And I'll call brewing beer at home. Let's try it again. Recipes, videos, beginners, and we'll update that more. Now, what we do with these keywords is, earlier I said that we put meta tags in your images. This is what we use, these suggested keywords in here, to put in your images along with the post titles in there. So this looks pretty good, but if I used 4.0, let's just use 4.0 mini, save some money there. Brewing beer at home. Since we've already used microbrewing, now we're going to just hit execute. And we're using our AI tool to suggest other keywords. Very nice. And I'll hit update. Okay. Now you can put them in there from keywords everywhere, but this is a good start. We've got 168 keywords that will go into the images. Finish. And I'm going to go down to Media Mixer, Media Packs. And we have one for brewing already. We have an AI version, and we have the Media Pack. We separate the two. So anything that we generate with AI, we'll put into this folder. Anything that we use from online sources that are actual photographs or illustrations, we'll put into here. So I'll open that one up. Microbrewing, here's the keyword group. That's the one we were just working on. We're going to use microbrewing. You'd hit update. And you could put in here images or YouTube videos. And I'm going to do images. I'll just do search by keyword. So if you got your Google account attached, I'm going to do beer at home. Okay. And you can attach your Google search and your Pixabay search API. We have training in the deal. So I'm going to copy that. And let's just show medium sizes. Okay, so it checks them all off. If you hit that, it would add all the checks. I'm going to take off. And that one looks interesting. And that one look. Okay, I think I may leave that one in there. Add images to the pack. Now, a trick to it is choose different sizes, and a lot of times you'll get different images put in there. Okay, I'll just take off a lot of these here. So I've got 3 of them here. Add images. Now, if you're doing something like Canva, you're just putting a bunch of images together and saving them in a zip file, then you would just unzip that file, and then you can upload all those images that you just made. You browse for them and hit upload. Okay. So that's how you get your media packs in here. And they're stored on our image storage. So we have an Amazon cloud storage. And you can see this is great. But this is what we use to embed a media encapsulated file, is online storage that's set up for sharing images. Okay. So we're done there. I'll hit update and finish. Okay, so we've got some articles that we want to import. I'm going to come over here to Article Publisher. You've probably seen this before, but you just hit Import Articles, and we're going to go from Files. If you're using our content engine, the campaigns would be stored here, or you can just do a clipboard. If you're pulling one straight off of a Chat GPT, you could do that. But I'm going to go down here. We have two different formats. If you are making images inside of ZimWriter, you would use this one. You would choose your article and the images all in one batch. We have training on how to do this. Very easy to use. But we're going to do this because we're going to build the images in here and use MediaPack. So group articles together. I'm going to put it under microbrewing. I have a folder called microbrewing. And I'm going to put it under this Neo because we use SEO Neo for it. Actually, I'm going to just make one so you can micro at home. Okay, and I'm going to label it TA. So I know it came from Topical Authority. You can name them however you want, but I wanted to do this for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to do that, add the group. Now I just need to make sure I choose the group to put them all in. So there it is. Microbrewing. Okay. Now, when you bring in a ZimWriter article and you post it, we bring in the file name and we bring in the article title as an HTML1. So I'm going to remove the title from the content. We don't want to double up the title. This is the case for ZimWriter, is you don't want two titles. Multiple articles, no. ZimWriter does a great job, one article, one file. Enhance articles during import. Yes, that's why we built this. Okay, where are we going to pull the images from, the media? We're going to pull it from microbrewing. And it was microbrewing, not AI microbrewing. Okay, now I'm going to use my image credits. I've got that many remaining, so I'm good to go. And this is the image model, the graphic engine that we build images for. It won't cost you anything as long as you have credits up here. We have monthly credits for each plan, and then we even have rollover credits. Very affordable. If you need rollover credits, they're right down here, and they don't expire. So they all stack together in there. You can use your DALL-E 3. You can use your Stability AI, or you can use a MediaPack as the featured image. But I'm going to generate an AI image. Now, we have different models, and we're constantly adding updated models in here. I'm going to use this ProtoVision V2. This is probably the best one right now. We've got Stable Diffusion 3 medium that we'll be adding in the coming weeks, which is a pretty decent one too. If you're doing landscaping, we have one for cookbook models and we have one for interior design. These are great to use for specific landscaping and coloring books, and so you get the idea. Okay, so we got that, and add extra images. Yes, we want extra images in the content itself. We did not bring over the Midjourney prompts. We're not going to use those. So we're going to use a MediaPack. This is the MediaPack that we're using, microbrewing. Okay. Now, this number right here, every 7 paragraph, this is in settings up here where you can tell it 5, 6, 7, whatever number you want to put in there. We do that so you can be consistent with your style. Or you can put it above every H2 if you wanted. But I'm going to do this. So it kind of varies it every 7 paragraphs and add a video. So remember I told you that in the MediaPack, you could put YouTube videos in there. So if it's in the MediaPack, it would randomly just choose a video. Or you can do a live search to do a YouTube video. Or you might have used the YouTube video inside of the import. And if you did, just make sure this is checked. Convert YouTube videos to embeds. It's defaulted as checked. Just make sure if you're bringing in YouTubes from ZimWriter, make sure it's checked. Okay, so if we're building on our feature, we're building AI images right here. And I'm going to use the ProtoVision XL V2. If we're building AI images, you want to store them somewhere. And this is where you would put them in right here. So I'm going to do micro brewing, but I'm going to put it in a folder I created called AI microbrewing. Now I can make sure that I'm separating AI from real photographs. So I've got 2 folders for microbrewing. Okay. Now, if you need to create one on the fly, you can hold down your control key, open this, open that, and you can add a new one at that time if you needed to. And then you just hit refresh and you would see it in here. Okay. Now we're all done. This is just a internal audit description. You can call it whatever you want. We give it a suggested. It's a ZimWriter bulk blog post. Now I'm going to go choose my images. And let's start with what we've created today so far. And I'll go up to here, hold down the shift key, and I select all of them. So that's about 9 of them. I'll click open. 9 files. If you don't see this here, just hit browse and redo it again. Occasionally, it's a PC selection on there, so occasionally it does not choose it very well. I'm going to hit import. When you see this, you will see articles are being enhanced. They're being set up. So we've got 9 articles. We've imported them, and we've got them ready to go. Now, they will show up here in a few minutes. My articles. Microbrewing at home. Notice I tagged them so you can watch what's happening. I should have 9 of them in here. Yep. Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So I've got 9. Now, they are processing those images. And I'm going to show you, as this will take probably about 10 minutes to do. You just let it run. It does all its work automatically. But we suggest don't edit while it's in image processing. But after it's done, it will say AI image. It will come down here and say AI image complete. At this time, you can edit, do anything that you want. So this is about microgreens. Okay. So we have that first featured image. Now here's the cool thing. We pull 4 images, all uniquely different, and you can select between the 4. The last one you choose is the one it's going to use. This is a pretty neat image. And I like that one best. I think that looks good. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. So AI Masher will randomly select one. So if you don't come in here and choose that, it's going to, whichever one it's selected. And this is the ZimWriter article. So we have the search intent focus. The question was, is 7-way microgreens supercharge your salad nutrition? Okay. So you can kind of read through here. Unlocking microgreens nutrient potential, boosting vitamin content, maximizing antioxidants. Okay. Rich sources of essential minerals. And then we go into iron content, calcium, and potassium. Very, very good article. And see the bolding. This is the bolding that we selected in ZimWriter. It's all coming across. And frequently asked questions. So we got some more images. Now here's the beauty about using our HTML AI editor. We've got a little button up there for you. But if you want to put in an image, you can insert an image, or you can create an image right in here. So I am going to do something here. I'm going to just hit a line break, and they're all movable. These are your drag bars, but I'm going to come in and go, I want to add. Now I'm not going to do it with all of them. I just want to show you what it looks like. Frequently asked questions. I'm going to choose this, but I'm going to move this image right above frequently asked questions. Okay, that looks good. And here's a neat thing. Supercharge your salad. Now you do lose the bolding if you do this. Increasing dietary fiber intake, diet rich. So I'm going to change this right here. I'm going to highlight it. Go up to my AI. And let's just say I want to simplify it. Okay. That really simplified it. If you don't like it, hit Control Z and it puts it all back again. And let's try this one. We'll shorten this one. Come up here and improve it, simplify it, make it shorter. Okay. And you can bold these if you want to come back and let's say roasted vegetables. That's an interesting term to use. Roasted vegetables, radish microgreens. That would be another keyword I'd want to highlight. And combining pea shoots with a citrus herb. Okay. So you can do these, and it looks like they're underlined too. So if you want to underline them, you can do that as well. Or formatting, underline. Okay. So you see, this is very easy to do. I like, if I have a summary or a conclusion, I like to wrap up 2 or 3 sentences together and just make it, shorten it. And the AI does a really good job with that. So this looks really good. This would be a final version that I would come down here and click update. And I'm finished. Okay. Now, while I'm in here, I'm going to do one more thing. We're still looking, see where we're at on our microbrewery. Okay, all AI images are complete. Okay, that looks good. So let's take a look at one of our new ones. Okay, here's what makes a great homebrew beer recipe. Oh, that's an interesting image. Remember, your featured image is the one that will show up in the search. So you want an interesting image. It doesn't have to be exact. People will get, if it's interesting and engaging, something like this, they're going to click on it. If it's just somebody standing by a brewer, they probably won't click on it. That's interesting there too. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this one. That looked pretty neat. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Okay, so we have our barley, our hops, our malt, everything that would go into a microbrew. The elusive great homebrew beer recipe. Now remember, this is Mike Rowe talking to us. It all starts with understanding beer style guidelines and selecting quality ingredients and balance that flavor and technique. Choosing the right hops, and you can kind of read the rest. Understanding beer style guidelines. And so we talk about the Beer Judge Certification Program style guidelines, choosing quality ingredients, selecting the specialty malts, flavor, color, and brewing, freshness of hops, mastering essential brewing techniques. These are really good. I mean, you can get an idea. Now, this is a media pack. This is a real image. Same here. This is a real image from a media pack. And it randomly chooses from that media pack that we put in there. Investing in proper brewing equipment, refining your recipe development skills, and then frequently asked questions. Okay, and I'm going to move this image. I highlighted it and just grab the toggle bar and just move it around and make that as a separator. Okay, so these all look good. Now, I'm going to show you the trick. This is the video. This is the voiceover. I'm going to show you one, and then I'll show you how to do it as a template. Okay, so here's our AI model. I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a summary using, and we give you all these choices. I'm going to use TMZ and create a summary. So this is what comes in from ZimWriter. But we create a summary that's 100 words long to use as your meta description. Okay? Now, with that said, what do we do with this? We can come down here, and I'm going to do a voiceover type that is going to use this paragraph. And it's going to take this and create it into either an 11 Labs, put your API in here, or we can use your OpenAI. I like to put it above the first subheading instead of at the very top of the article. So I'm going to let's do 11 Labs, and I'm going to put it in, I think Charles is in here. I've used Charlie before. He's a pretty good one. Okay, and then create audio. Now, you can listen to it right here.
Homebrewers can create great beer recipes by understanding beer style guidelines and selecting quality ingredients.
Now, that is a pretty good voiceover. We store this voiceover. Okay, so you don't have to store it anywhere, and we embed it in the media content. Okay, now, if you want to, you can add more media pack in there. Just pull up your microbrewing, and do you want to put it every 7? Do you want to make it a featured image? You can insert extra images, or you can add a video from this media pack, or you can add a video from live search. You can also, we have the capability in AI Master to do listicles and helpful content. Now, I don't have anything here, but let's say you had a listicle about microbrewing. You just choose which one you want, and it puts it at the bottom of your content. So I got one on hydroponics. We'll put the one on hydroponics, and let's do home improvement tools. Insert listicle. Now, it puts this at the bottom of your article. So use these listicles, product roundups, helpful content, anything that you want to add to your page. You can do it one at a time like this. I'm just going to delete this because it's not related. But that's a product roundup that we put at the bottom of an article. So you can do all this individually. You can even do anchor text replacement. Now, I don't have anything for microbrewing, but we've got one for beekeeping, real estate investing. So you would put in your keywords and the links that it goes to. You would build it inside of your templates over here. I'll just show you real quick. It will go into anchor text links. So we have a tab here so you can build your anchor text links in there. And it would replace based on, do you want 1 or 2 replacements per article? Okay. So once you're done, you're ready to hit update and finish. Be sure to do this. If you make any changes at all, do this. Okay. Now, if you have RSS Master and you want to send it straight over RSS Master, we did this so you can send this one article straight into RSS Master as a campaign, and it will automatically post it. I'm going to hit finish. Now, before I do that, let me go back into this. I want to show you one other thing. Everything that was on that text file that came in from Matt's ZimWriter, we saved down here for you. So you can always come back and see what's been done. We also, if you do multiple MP3s, we save all the MP3s down here. So you could copy this and use it for another place. So if you have multiples, you can change those out. Here's the instructions. This is everything that he gave us in your text file. We save all that for you. Okay. Now, if you don't want to do these individually, here's what we do. I'm going to select, I've already done that one. I'm going to select these, microbrewing. Okay. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to run a template. And I've got a template down here that is the TMZ. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to summarize. No, I'm not going to use that one. Okay, here we go. Summarize, and I'm going to have Chris. He's one of the 11 Labs guys, so I'm going to do this one. And we're going to summarize it with the TMZ prompt, 100 words, and then Chris is going to read it for us as a voiceover, and we're going to put it into every one of the articles we just selected. Now, I can also do anchor text, listicles. I'll show you in just a second how you set up these templates. Okay. Now, it's going to run on the ones that are selected. All those. So it's telling me execute template 250. So I know what it's doing. These are not ready to send off to Google Site Factory yet. So I'm just going to hit refresh. Template rewrite. You can see it's in different stages. When it says template complete, they're ready to go. Okay, while that's cooking, let's come over and show you on Article Publisher, Article Templates. This is how you make your template. Just come down here and say add a template. And let's just call it, that looks good. We're going to do OpenAI. That's my AI. That's the temperature. Avoid common words. Rewrite. Summary. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite it. We have rewriting prompts. However, they come in pretty good off of ZimWriter. So I'm not going to rewrite anything, but I am going to do a summary prompt. I'm not going to use 3.5 Turbo. I'm going to use 4.0 Mini. I really like 4.0 Mini. Great job. Very affordable. And 4.0 Mini. Okay. So the summary prompt, I like to use the TMZ. The other one is the Fox News. Now, if you're doing Amazon, you're doing products in here, this is a good one. Amazon Review Summary, or this one, Professional Amazon Review. But for the most part, a good voiceover starts right here. I like the TMZ. Guardian is a little bit written to a higher reading level, a little bit longer words, longer sentences. So I'm going to use that, TMZ, summary GPT models. It's going to be a summary article above first subheadings. I'm going to pull 11 labs, and I'm going to put Charlie. Charlie is one of my favorites. Okay. Enable embed HTML player. Yes, we want to make sure it embeds it into the site. Continue without audio if any errors, like you run out of credits. We've had this happen. Okay, now this is where you can put in your listicle, and it would go at the bottom. You can put in helpful content. You can choose your anchor text list. You can see I've got dog training, cookbook search, drones, real estate investing. We've got a client that does real estate investing. Okay, so this is the name of it. We suggest the name. You can change it to whatever you want. And let's say that you did make it for microbrewing anchor text. Okay. And maybe you even had listicles in there. So this is up to you. This is your naming. Nobody else will see it. But this one is just a simple Charlie voiceover. I'm going to click update. Okay. So that one is basically ready to go. Let's go in and see where we're at on the ones that we're cooking up here. Go to my articles, template complete. Okay. All those are complete. Okay. Let's see what they look like. Microbrewing at home. This looks good. That's quite a still there, I guess. And we'll change out. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. I like this, but this little spout right here, I don't know about. Go back to this one. That's not too bad. I guess I'll stick with the original. Here's the article.
Sanitizing homebrew equipment with bleach is essential to prevent contamination.
So we're really taking this, summarizing it, and kind of pulling in some of the article content in here. Ideal bleach concentration, safety precautions. There's some media packs. This looks great. Down here, everything looks really good. Okay. Now I am going to move this image up just to break these in two. I either use a line or an image as a break between the frequently asked questions and the rest of the paragraph. Okay, so everything looked good. Remember, we changed something, so we're going to hit update and finish. Okay, so all the other ones are done, and I'm going to pause the video, and on the next video, we're going to be talking about Google Site Factory and how to make it work with what we just did here. But before I leave, here is the most important part. I want to show you. With AI Masher, we've got all these ready to go. Now, ideally, I would put an eyeball on every one of them. Come down here to microbrewing. And I'm going to start with 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want that one and that one right now. So I'm going to do the top 5. And I'm going to come down here. And this is the button. The magic button. And I'm going to call it micro brewing. And I'll just do TA. And I'm going to put in here 5 articles. Download selected. And it's pretty fast. Okay. So here's the zip file. It is ready to go into GS2. And I'll see you on the next video.